Pabst Blue Ribbon presents The Danny Kaye Show. This is The Danny Kaye Show with Eve Arden, Lionel Stander, yours truly, Ken Niles, and the outstanding music of America's top band, Harry James and his Music Makers. Yes, neighbors, for your entertainment, Pabst Blue Ribbon 33 fine brews blended into one great beer present 33 fine talents blended into one great comedian, Danny Kaye. Completing his round-trip flight for the March of Dimes, we greet our aerial globetrotter, Danny Kaye, as he returns from Washington and sets foot on good old California soil.
Step right down, Mr. Kaye.
Ah, good old sunny California.
There he is, Miss Arden. Hiya, Danny.
Hello, Lionel. Hi, Evie.
Hello, Danny. Welcome home.
Well, thanks, honey. Did you miss me?
Certainly did. This place wasn't the same without you. Now that you're back, we can all return to abnormal.
Ah, you're a doll. Just a little doll. Say, Lionel, would you carry my bags a minute, please? I've got to carry this little bundle I brought back from Washington.
Sure.
I knew it. I knew it. Danny Kaye, just what is in this little bundle? Another milking machine?
Oh, on the contrary. Look.
A baby.
Well, it ain't Fanny Bryce, sister.
Shh, quiet. Quiet, baby. No. What's the matter with the baby? No crazy, baby. Hey, Table. Lionel, turn your face the other way. I thought that would do it.
Danny Kaye, where did that baby come from?
Oh, Evie. It came from Washington.
Well, let me put it another way.
I wish you would.
Who is this baby's mother?
A woman.
Well, that's startling information. Now, who is this woman?
I don't know.
What?
Well, look, I just met her as I was getting on the plane.
What?
Yeah, she was sending her baby to California, and she thought I had a kind, motherly face.
Oh, she did.
Yes, she did, so she asked me to take care of him on the trip. Now, the baby's papa's going to meet me here in a minute and pick him up. Isn't he a cute little gurgle pud? Would you go with it? Isn't he cute? Don't you? Do you like babies, Lionel?
Yeah, I love babies. They're so young.
Now, there's a brilliant observation.
Gee, it is wonderful, ain't it?
What?
A baby flying 3,000 miles. And look, he's all dressed for the plane trip, too.
What do you mean?
He's wearing a three-cornered parachute.
Did you come straight through, Danny?
Well, I did, but the baby changed at Kansas City.
Gosh, he's a cute little muppet. What's his name, Danny?
Well, he's a Russian baby. You see, his first name is Gregory Ivanovich Sergei Здравствуйте, Kochi says, yes, is Masnyo Zhotsiri Vlyasna Bresnyo Zhuji Yak Znel Brasnyo Zyak. And his second name is Gnek.
What's his middle name?
Well, they haven't given him one yet. They're waiting to see which general gets to Berlin first.
Oh, hello. Isn't that a pretty baby?
You don't understand that jive, mister. He's a Russian baby. You gotta say kitschy kitschy kuski. But you wouldn't know that.
No, I wouldn't. I'm just his father.
Oh, his father. Oh, gee, I hate to part with him, but here.
Oh, gee, thanks. he sees me, he busts out crying.
Well, wait just a minute. I think I can quiet him. You see, it's simple. That's a Russian lullaby.
Oh, gosh, you're wonderful. Patrick's asleep.
Patrick.
Sure, that's his name. Patrick Michael O'Malley. Well, thanks again.
That's all right.
Patrick Michael O'Malley. What a name for a Russian baby.
Well, his mother's Russian, but I'm Irish.
Well, what do you know? Aaron go borscht. Say, look, if you get into any trouble with the baby, don't forget to call me up, will you?
Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye.
Well, come on, Tovarish. Let's get going back to the hotel.
Okay.
Say, Danny, did you have a good time in Washington?
Oh, just wonderful, Lionel. Just wonderful. And, by the way, I brought back a present for you.
For me? Gee.
Yeah. I got it right here in my pocket. Here you are. The original silver dollar that George Washington threw across the Potomac.
Gosh, thanks, Danny. Hey, wait a minute. Look at the date on this buck. 1912.
Well, that isn't the date he threw it. That's the date they coined it.
Oh, I see. Why didn't I think of that? Gee, ain't I a dope?
You have $1. Would you care to try for two? Say, Danny, I read about the shows you put on for the March of Times. They tell me you were entertaining every minute.
Well, we got quite a rest in one place, thanks to a certain soprano who sang about 8,000 songs at her own request.
What was her name?
I don't know. But it should have been Lucretia Quivertonsil or Natalie No Throat or something. Oh, you should have heard her. Not only did she miss notes completely, but when she hit one, she flogged it into exhaustion.
Wasn't there anything good about it?
Oh, yes, her diction was superb. Just superb. I'll give you an imitation of her sometime, singing Airy, Fairy, a Pipers.
Why not do it now?
Coax me.
Oh, come on.
That's enough. When all the birds have gone to sleep and all the frogs are still, then you will hear the fairy pipes come out upon the hill. Come out, listen on the air. Up there, down there, fairies everywhere. Oh, hark, oh, here, can't you hear the tune? Fairy, fairy pipers underneath the silver moon. But if you doubt that this can be, and question what I say, you'll never hear the melody. The fairy pipers play. Come out, listen on the air. Up there, down there, fairies everywhere. Oh, hot oh, here, can't you hear the tune? Fairy, fairy pipers underneath the silver moon. Come on.
Gee, that was great, Danny. That was great. No wonder Lucretia Quivertonsil was the hit of Washington. Come out, listen on the air.
Quiet, you sandpaper Sinatra.
Why, Miss Arden, don't you think my voice is cute?
I think it's perfect for calling a taxi. Now call one. Let's get back to the hotel.
Oh, Danny. Hey, Danny.
Well, Ken Niles, am I glad to see you.
Well, me too. Welcome home, Danny. Say, come on, I'll run you back to the hotel. Here you are, gang. Step into my private car.
Private car? That looks like a Pabst Blue Ribbon beer truck to me.
Well, you don't think a man in my position would drive anything else, do you?
Holy smoke, look at the size of that truck. How many barrels does it hold?
33. What else?
I should have known that.
Yes, that magic 33. 33 barrels in the truck and 33 delicious brews blended into one great beer. That's Pabst Blue Ribbon every time. Well, here we go.
Gosh, this motor's smooth. You can't even hear it.
Yes, Lionel, that motor's as smooth as Pabst Blue Ribbon, except that you'll hear plenty about that.
With you in the car, I'm sure of it.
You're right, Eve. I like to talk about Pabst Blue Ribbon. It's rich golden color. It's superb mellow flavor. That's why people always order Pabst with confidence and serve it with pride.
Oh, Ken, look out.
Huh? What's wrong?
If you don't keep your mind off your business and on your driving, we'll go right off the road.
Now, don't worry, Eve. No matter where you go, there's no finer beer, no finer blend than Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Hey, we almost Pabst the hotel. Step on that brakes.
Okay. Well, there you are, Danny. Back home, safe and sound.
Oh, thank you very much. You made it in good time, Ken.
Yeah, and speaking of time, Danny, you got back just in time to hear your pal Harry James and his music makers play their special arrangement of Loveless Love.
Well, thank you, Harry. That music makes me awfully glad to be back.
Well, you're welcome, Danny, and I do mean welcome home. Did you have a good time in Washington?
Oh, wonderful. Just wonderful.
Hey, Danny, did you exchange repartees with a lot of Washington high honorables?
Well, I met the British ambassador and the French ambassador.
That's all? You mean you didn't even have the honor of meeting the ambassador from Brooklyn? Have they severed diplomatic relations again?
No, Lionel, although we Brooklynites have often been invited to live alone and like it.
Gee, Danny, when you was a kid in Brooklyn, you used to wonder what it would be like to be king?
I must have. Gee, king of Brooklyn.
Sure. Then I could be your prime minister, Winston Standard. I can see it all now.
You can?
Yeah. It's the big day of your coronation. and you are in your regal robes of mink-dyed skunk. With I.J. Fox personally holding up your train. The park is crowded for the gala event.
Park? What park?
The Brooklyn Ballpark.
Ebbets Field? What a place for a coronation.
Why not? Do you know a better place to get crowned?
Crowd him! Crowd him! Show the bum in! We are Rustlers! Crowd him! Crowd him! Throw the bum in! We are Rustlers!
Oh, his father was a bada, but he's even more. Bada only got 3 cheers, but he wants more. Crowd him! Crowd him!
Throw the bum out!
We are Rustlers!
Ba-boop-a.
Hear ye, make way for King Danny Kaye, King of Brooklyn, Emperor of Flatbush, Monarch of Greenpert, and Exalted Tsar of Coney Island.
My priceless people of Brooklyn, I greet you.
Yeah, pipe down.
I implore you to pay heed to your faithful king. Oh, now, fellas, show a little respect toward me, will you?
Your father takes baths.
On this here day of my coronation here, I feel I ought to say something to you that comes straight from the heart. So I say to you all, shut up!
Oh, good King D, we worship thee. And furthermore, if moiter gets you foitered, then we'll moiter more. Other kings may smell, but you are smell free. You got baseball bats in the belfry. Nuts.
2 days after King Danny's coronation, we find him in his royal council chamber, ready to hold court.
Me, King Danny Kaye, royal dispenser of justice, will now dispense with justice. Who's the first culprit?
Your Majesty, it's the umpire yesterday's baseball game in which our team lose 18-0.
You mean the Brooklyn Dodgers lose and the umpire is still alive? Why hasn't he been hungered? String him up! String up Harry James, too. What's next?
Well, King, this is a rather touchy subject. Your late father, Ernest the Lip, alias King Charlie the Jump, true to his title, mortgaged our ballpark to the hilt.
The hilt, you say?
Yes,
Ernest the Lip did that?
that's right. So this mortgage has fallen into the hands of Queen Eve of Manhattan there.
Gad Zeus, that's true? What'll we do?
There is aught but else to do there.
There's what?
There is aught but else to do there.
That's what I thought it said here.
Listen, marry the Queen of Manhattan there, and the ballpark is ours.
What? Me, the king of Brooklyn, the cultural center of the universe, marry a barbarian? Never. What is that for?
Well, I got to keep my lip in shape, don't I?
King, I hate to say this, but unless you marry Queen Eve of Manhattan, we're licked.
But I can't marry Eve. I love a nutter.
Who?
In Brooklyn, we say whom.
All right. Whom doom you love?
Myrtle Knucklewurst of Coney Island.
Who is this Myrtle? Is she of royal blood?
Nay, she is a commoner. But what a built on her.
A commoner? What is her station?
Brighton Beach.
Brighton Beach?
Yeah. You know the hot dog stand in Coney Island where they sell foot-long hot dogs?
Yea, verily. I had 1.5 yards of them only yesterday.
Well, Myrtle is in charge of the mustard pot there. And what a beauty she is. With her yellow hair and fingers to match.
But, King, you must forget this ranch. You must go to see Queen Eve. See Queen Eve and lift that mortgage. Tote that bar.
Lift that mortgage. Lift that mortgage.
Hold, knave, and state thy business before you enter the castle of Queen Eve.
Tell the Queen that King Danny Kaye of Brooklyn is here.
So be it. Your Royal Highness, this is King Danny Kaye.
Art thou certain that yon varlet is King Danny of Brooklyn?
Yea, verily.
Boy, what a built on him. Enter, King Danny, and sit thou here beside me.
Sign off the charm, Queenie. I'm here to talk business.
Oh, fie on business. Let us remember our royal stations. First, we'll have tea.
Shall I pour, Your Majesty?
No, I shall. Cream?
A dribble.
Sugar?
A lump.
Lemon?
A squeeze.
Tea?
Never touch it. Now listen, Queenie. By some skullduggery, you got the Ebbetsfield mortgage away from me father.
Oh, fie on your father. Kiss my hand.
Oh, fie on your hand. Now, come on, Queenie. Be a good queen and tear up that mortgage, I tell you.
Nay, not so quick. First, take me in your arms and crush me to you.
Okay, I'm crushing.
Well, there's a bustle I can throw away. Now hold still. I'm going to kiss you. Brace yourself.
Okay, but this is for Brooklyn.
Now, King Danny, how was that?
It must have been pretty good. Our crowns just changed heads.
Oh, King Danny, you're wonderful. You must marry me.
Marry you? Get out of
I have spoken. I'll tear up the mortgage after we're married tomorrow.
No marriage.
No mortgage.
Ah, your mother's brother.
Ah, your sister's blister. If you don't marry me, I'll sick my navy on you.
Ah, you and your big fat fleet.
1,000 pardons, Your Majesty. I bring news from Brooklyn.
Where did you get it?
The Daily Eagle just flew by. At this very moment, Myrtle Knucklewaist lies grievously Illinois.
That's grievously ill. Oh. What happened to Myrtle?
She got her head caught in a Frankfurter bun.
Was the bun empty?
No, there was a hot dog in it.
Well, thank heaven she ain't trapped in there without food. Come, Lionel. We must hurry to her side. Gee, I hope we reach Myrtle in time. Poor Myrtle, trapped in a bun, lying there with her eyes full of crumbs, gasping for me. I'm worried. I mean it.
Look, King, there's a crowd around the foot-long hot dog stand. And there's Myrtle. She's out of the bun.
Myrtle, you're safe. Who sprung you?
King Danny. Danny, my kingy.
Gee, Myrtle, you're all covered with dough.
What are you kicking about? With all that dough, we can pay off the mortgage on the ballpark.
Certainly, certainly. And now Michael and I can be married.
Oh, but Danny, I cannot marry you. I am a commoner, and you are a royalty.
I'll fix that. Kneel down, Michael.
Okay.
With this foot-long hot dog, I dub thee Countess of Coney Island.
It's easy to see she is gonna be She, the Countess of Coney Island. The marriage can be, she is certainly she, the Countess of Coney Island.
There's a question I'd like to be popping you.
Well, go on. I don't see nothing stopping you.
Well, Michael, my title, I'll make this real terse. Will you take me for better or worse as your churse? Kindly answer no or yours.
You know the answer, of course.
And so they were married in fight, which they tarried to hear us we call once again.
Kill the umpire!
We are K-L-Y-N.
Long live Danny the Kaye, the good king of Brooklyn.
And who, may I ask, intrudes his presence in the midst of these emotional nuptial ceremonies?
'Tis I, Kenneth the Niles, bearing good tidings, my credentials.
An eminent emissary from the far-off kingdoms of Milwaukee and Peoria.
Ah, yea, verily. And just as in your kingdom happiness triumphs, so in mine we too brew happiness.
You do?
Indeed we do, for we brew Pabst Blue Ribbon, the great beer that is blended from no less than 33 fine brews. Would you care to examine our crest?
Well, what a beautiful crest. A golden amber bottle rampant on a field of blue ribbons. What a feast for the eye.
Ah, gadzooks, and what a feast for the taste. For the liquid within that bottle is smooth and delicious and mellow. For many years, people of every land have shouted the praises of the outstanding quality of Pabst Blue Ribbon. They have ordered it with confidence and served it with pride.
Young man, thou dost trip a tempting tongue.
An easy matter, sire, for no matter where one goes, there is no finer beer, no finer blend than Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Hail to Pabst, here.
Nay, hail to Pabst, beer.
Well, Niles, let's leave the mythical kingdom of Brooklyn and get back to reality.
Wait a minute. Hello? Oh, it's for you, Danny.
Oh, thanks. Hello?
Hello, Mr. Gay. This is Mr. O'Malley, and I'm having an awful time trying to keep the baby quiet. Would you tell him a bedtime story?
Oh, sure. Just put him on the phone. Oh, what's the matter with your baby? Yeah.
Oh, boy, some Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Listen, Bublitsky, you listen while Uncle Danny tells you a nice bedtime story. Some lullaby music, Harry. Good night.
Before we go, we want to sincerely thank the Screen Guide poll for choosing our own star, Danny Kaye, as the outstanding motion picture comedian of the past year for his performance in Up in Arms, and Movieland magazine for picking Harry James and his music makers as the nation's best orchestra. The original music and lyrics for King of Brooklyn were written by Sylvia Fine. This program is directed by Vic Mack and was brought to you by the Pabst Brewing Company of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and Peoria, Illinois. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System. Pabst Blue Ribbon presents The Danny Kaye Show. This is The Danny Kaye Show with Eve Arden, Lionel Stander, Bob Jellison, Kitty Callan, Buddy DeVito, yours truly, Ken Niles, and the outstanding music of America's top band, Harry James and his music makers. Yes, neighbors, for your entertainment, Pabst Blue Ribbon 33 fine brews blended into one great beer present 33 fine talents blended into one great comedian, Danny Kaye.
Hello, airport. This is Danny Kaye again. Is the 7:30 plane going to take off on time? What? Oh, well, do you think there's a chance of it getting through? Well, how's the weather over the Rockies? Well, all right. If you're ready to take the chance, I will. Goodbye.
Danny, are you taking a plane trip again?
Oh, no, I just wanted to see if it was safe to send this letter airmail.
All that fuss about an airmail letter. I'm surprised you didn't ask for a fighter escort.
Say, that's a... Oh, you. That's a pretty good idea. Hello, airport?
Get off that phone.
Evie, this isn't just an ordinary letter, you know. It's a Valentine.
Oh, a Valentine. Well, that is precious cargo. Who are you valentining to?
Oh, it's to my pal, Jack Benny.
Oh.
Well, he is my pal.
I believe you. You're sending it to New York, then?
Yes, by way of Rochester. Look, dear Jack Benny, thanks so many for being so sweet to me. Though I take beer and skittles for my usual victuals, for you, L.S., I'll have tea.
Well, that's really very sweet.
Yes, and look what Jack sent me.
Oh, a heart-shaped box from Jack Benny.
Yeah, and look what's in it.
What in the world is that? A feather duster's mother-in-law?
Oh, no, honey, that's Jack's toupee.
Oh, that can't be his toupee. I've seen him many times, but I never saw him wearing anything like this.
Well, Evie, this is an old one. He wore this when he was a boy. Jack says it's his good luck piece.
Oh, it looks more like a museum piece.
You mean a heirloom?
Oh,
no! Gosh, I wonder how I'd look in one of these things.
Hello, Miss Arden.
Hello, Lionel. Where have you been?
Well, with St. Valentine's Day approaching, I've been busy composing a lyrical sonnet in monosyllabic pentameter.
Hey, what's the matter, Lionel? Don't you say hello to me?
Well, what a surprise. Hello, Mr. Benny.
Take off that toupee.
Hey, it's Danny. You know, that's the first time I ever saw a head of hair with a head on it.
Danny, will you stop wearing that second-hand hairdo?
Well, what else can I do with it?
Well, why don't you throw it in the back of a wagon, call up a bunch of people, and you can all go for a hayride.
Oh, Evie. Say, Lionel, who are you sending your Valentine to?
Oh, a little girl whose picture I saw in the paper. My pin-up girl.
Oh, this has real suspense. Who can your pin-up girl be?
You'll see. I'll read it.
Yeah.
It ain't that you're so pretty that makes me pen this note. I love you, Gravel Gertie. Yours truly, Gravel Trout.
Gravel Trout? Ain't that romantic?
Say, Danny, what kind of a Valentine did you write?
Well, on Valentine's Day, it's usual for the heart to grow warm and tropical. So I made mine a calypso.
Calypso? What's that?
Well, listen and you'll hear. I send Valentine greetings near and far to nobody in particular. I address it with the heart and soul that yearn to whom it may concern. RSVP.
Oh, boy, that was great, Danny. It was really great.
Well, Ken Niles, am I glad to see you.
Well, hello, Danny. Hiya, gang. You know, I've just finished writing a Valentine to my favorite.
Your favorite girl?
No, my favorite beer, Pabst. Listen, a Valentine today I've penned in praise of my Blue Ribbon Blend. A beer that's welcomed far and wide, that's bought with confidence, served with pride. I love each blend. I love each brew, not 31 or 32. Blue Ribbon beer, you know it's true. I love all 33 of you.
Hey, I'm getting thirsty.
Where'er folks go their beer to buy, Blue Ribbon's sure to satisfy. On Seidel's rim or glass's lip, it has the suds I love to sip. No better beer, no blend so fine. Oh, Pabsty, be my Valentine. I'll shout your praise for miles and miles. Your faithful boyfriend, Kenneth Niles.
You said it. About Pabst Blue Ribbon, you ain't kidding.
Fibbing is the word on there.
Oh, fibbing.
Well, that's all very nice, but if you'll excuse me, I think I'll go down and mail my Valentine.
You want me to ring for the elevator, Danny?
No, it's a beautiful day. I think I'll walk.
But it's 20 floors.
Well, then maybe I better take the elevator. See you later. I'm a calypso singer.
Oh, hello, Mr. K. You going up or down?
I'm going down, Jellison.
Oh, thank goodness. I hate to go up.
You do?
Yes. Every time I go higher than the 20th floor, I black out.
You black out? Well, how long have you been operating this elevator?
I just soloed last week.
Well, you got your wings pretty quickly, didn't you?
Oh, no. I had over 200 hours as observer on the freight elevator.
Well, pilot, let's take off.
Okay. Contact.
Contact.
Off we go into the wild blue yonder.
Say, you go for this life, don't you?
Oh, yes. I like to live dangerously.
Well, here we are. That was a nice, smooth trip.
Oh, thank you. Oh, there's my next mission. 15 more and I get my furlough.
Well, where to this time?
Non-stop to the mezzanine.
Well, happy landings.
Roger.
Roger.
For a musical and vocal Valentine, Buddy DeVito joins Harry James and his music makers as they play Cole Porter's famous love song, Night and Day.
Night and day, you are the one. Only you beneath the moon and under the sun. Whether near or far, it's no matter. darling, where you are, I think of you. Night and day, day and night. Why is it so that this longing for you follows wherever I go? In the roaring traffic's boom, or in the silence of my lonely room, I think of you. Night and day, day and night, under the hide of me, there's an oh, such a hungry yearning burning inside of me, and its torment won't be through till you let me spend my life making love to you day and night, night and day. Let me spend my life making love to you day and night, night and day.
That was swell, Harry, and Buddy, you sang that in a true Valentine spirit, which is Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Say, Danny, on account of Valentine's, how about us doing a real romantic play wherein I am the leading man and at least 4 beautiful women are swooning at my feet?
Ah, you only want 4 beautiful women, huh?
Well, 1 beautiful one is enough, but the other 3 should have money.
Well, I have a little Valentine play we can do, and you, Lionel, you can be the lover.
Ooh. Lionel, the lover? That'll set passion back 50 years.
There's a swell part in it for you, too, Evie.
There is?
Yeah. You know, every Valentine play has a young, beautiful, and charming girl in it.
Oh, is there a part like that in your play, Danny?
Sure. And you're going to be her mother.
I hate you. Well, if Lionel's going to be the lover, you're still doing me a favor.
Who's going to be Eve's beautiful daughter, Danny?
Well, you know that cute little thing in Harry James' orchestra?
You mean the piccolo?
No, Lionel, I mean Kitty Callan.
Oh, that's better yet.
And Harry James is going to be Kitty's father.
Wait a minute, Danny. What are you going to be?
I'm going to be Cupid. Dan Cupid.
A wee, winsome little cherub who runs around shooting golden arrows and makes love bloom all over like a vepsicle. That's me.
That I've got to see.
Oh, you won't be able to see me, Evie. Nobody can see Cupid. You see, he's invisible. Harry, could we have a little romantic music to kind of set the scene, kind of?
As our romantic scene opens, a tiny white car with a big red heart painted on the hood is speeding down the street on a very important mission with Danny Kaye Cupid at the wheel.
When your heart goes bumpity bum, beep bum bum bum, and the boat
Hey, put over to the curb.
I don't wanna.
You don't wanna?
No.
Say, who's driving this car? I can hear somebody, but I can't see nobody.
Well, naturally you can't see me. I'm invisible.
You're what?
Invisible.
Oh, you mean invisible?
That's what I said. Invisible.
Come on now, stop your stalling.
Oh, this man talks funny, don't he? Stalling, he says. Who's stalling?
I have a good mind to run you in. Who are you anyhow?
I'm Danny Kaye Cupid.
Cupid? Why, you little mugwump.
Mugwump?
Oh, who's a mugwump?
You are.
Oh, you know what? I think I'm gonna shoot a love arrow on you.
Something stung me.
Oh, boy, I stung him.
Why, you little...
Yes?
Kiss me. I'm a buttercup.
Ain't love marvelous? Well, I gotta go to 118 Maple Street and do some troubleshooting. So long, officer.
Goodbye, darling.
In the meantime, I'm gonna tune in on my special Teflon television snooping machine and see what's going on. Oh, gee, look at that.
Ma, we got to do something about our daughter Kitty. She's a pretty girl, but she just don't know how to catch a man.
Worse than that, Pa, she don't know how to let a man catch her.
Say, you know, she didn't even get a single Valentine today.
Come to think of it, you old buzzard, you didn't get me anything either.
Oh, well, I think I'll go out to the front yard and see if I caught anything in my bear trap. Gee, what a beautiful night. And me all alone.
Hello there, Kitty Pooh. Don't be so downhearted.
What? Who's that, a man?
No. Oh, no. I'm little Danny Cupid, and I'm invisible. And I'm glad you can't see me.
Why?
'Cause I ain't got no clothes on.
What?
Oh, don't worry. I got my bow and my arrows, and I'm gonna get you a fella.
Oh, I'll never have a fella. I'm 19 years old, and I'm not even engaged. I'll probably never get married.
Oh, no. Don't give up, my little smitten kitten. Remember, a man without a woman or a woman without a man was never part of Paradise's plan. It's like a poached egg without a piece of toast. Philadelphia without the Saturday Evening Post. Georgie Nathan without a plate to roast. And to make a man and woman rhyme, the wedding bells must chime. It's never too late to Mendelssohn. Ding dong, dell. Two hearts are a journey's Endelssohn. When the people hear the steeple bell, without the strain of Lohengrin, love is Misha or Yasha without a violin. It's never too late to Mendelssohn. Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, dell.
Oh, you're so encouraging, Cupid. I've been waiting so long for a Prince Charming to come galloping to my side.
Oh, there you are. You see, that's just a little example of Cupid's super snooper duper. If I can't get your man, nobody can. Curb service.
Oh, how wonderful. A knight in shining armor.
Hi, beauteous one. I wish to whisper words into thy shell-like ear.
Yes? What do you wish to whisper?
You got a bucket of water for my horse?
Oh, my, this fella's tough. He's as tough as a hip up on top of the omnibus. I'm gonna need a super sharp arrow to pierce his armor.
Hey, what's that? Hey, stop shooting them holes in my armor. Ah, you missed me. Ow!
Ha, that's my delayed action arrow.
What happened? All of a sudden, I feel romantic. Kiss me. Kiss me. Kiss me.
Hey, you better turn around. You're talking to the horse.
Ah, my knight, raise your helmet so I can see your face.
Very well, here I am.
Oh, no, I've been robbed.
Oh, I gotta do something drastic to overcome that puss. This is truly a psychopological moment. They wrote some big word in here. It's too big for a 3-year-old child. I better use a double-dipped arrow.
Oh, you beautiful, beautiful night.
I sure fixed her 20/20 vision. Now, come on, you two. Start necking.
Who's doing that talking? Your kid brother?
No, that's Cupid, Daniel K. Cupid.
Where?
Oh, you can't see me, Mr. Man. I'm invisible. Go ahead, Chuck. Kiss her.
Oh, no, I won't kiss her while you're here. Run along now and leave us two alone.
I don't wanna.
Oh, come on.
I don't wanna.
You've done your job. Run along.
I wanna watch.
Oh, please, Cupid, be a good kid and run along.
Oh, wait a minute. Here comes a message on my walkie-talkie.
Calling Dan Cupid. Calling Dan Cupid. Go to 230 Park Avenue. An arrow is needed. That is all. Valentine.
Cupid to headquarters. Cupid to headquarters. What did you say that address was?
230 Park Avenue. Get going.
I don't wanna.
Why not?
That's Tommy Manville's address. He don't need no arrow. Oh, no.
Well, Danny, how'd I do in the play? Was I convincing as the lover?
Well, you convinced me. Convinced me that Van Johnson has nothing to worry about.
Oh, didn't I act all right?
Well, that's just the trouble, Lionel. You see, you were acting. You weren't living the part. Now, according to Stanislavski...
Stanislavski? What is that Stanislavski? Van Johnson spelled backwards?
No, Lionel. Stanislavski was the famous Russian director who founded the Moscow Art Theater.
Never heard of him.
Well, Lionel, his teachings are being followed throughout the world. Let me give you a picture of one of his disciples. Who is the world's greatest actor? And how did I get that way? Who made me a genius, the greatest projector who ever wore a toupee? Who made me most miserable Hamlet, the deadest Romeo who died for his bride? Who made me most awful Dr. Jekyll, and then made me hide? Stanislavski of the Moscow Theater, Stanislavski, a director from the heart. I will never forget the day I first met the great master. He took me by the hand and beat my head against the wall. And in one word, he told me the secret of the great Stanislavski method. Suffer! That's all. Suffer! You must live before you give. Suffer! You must ache before you make. Suffer! You must think before you stink. Suffer! 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 Suffer!
Hello.
Suffer! And the audience suffers with you. Stanislavski. I will never forget the day they give me first part to play. I'm supposed to play part of sailor. But first I must suffer. What I'm going to do. I join Navy, become sailor. First day out, big storm. At first I was afraid I was going to die. Then I was afraid I wasn't going to die. But I suffered. I came back to Moscow, and in this part, I was wow. Here is what the great critic, Georgine Yasha Sasha Vladimir Nathan said. Господин Горяченко, зачем это наших благ? Тифлис красиво большой, а люди там тоже. Здравствуйте, несите, здравствуйте, месяцы, нас не дросните, бьястите в лет. Just like in America, 3.5 stars. So if you want career on stage, you mustn't dream of merely acting. Use the Stanislavski method of mental chiropractic. Be a tree, be a sled, be a purple spool of thread, be a storm, a piece of lace, a subway train, an empty space. Take it fast, take it slow. Hello, Mo. Hello, Joe. I just got back from a wonderful show. Stanislavski. I will never forget the day Luella Hopper said I stink. I was playing part of stable boy. It was a great Chekhov tragedy. It was beautiful. Everybody died. I also played part in great Chekhov comedy. Everybody died. But they died happy. This makes it funny. But I will never forget the day of my greatest triumph. I was playing part of antique mahogany bureau. So convincing in the third act, my drawers fell out. And who is the man who loosened my screws? Who pulled me all apart? Stanislavski on the Stanislavski.
Boy, that Stanislavski method is really something. Ain't it, Ken?
Well, Lionel, the Stanislavski method of acting may be amazing, but it doesn't compare with the Pabst Blue Ribbon method of blending.
You have to suffer with that method, too?
No, on the contrary, the Pabst method is happy blending.
Well, that sounds good. Elucidate, Niles.
Well, Lionel, it's a method of blending never less than 33 fine brews, all blended together as only Pabst can do it, to achieve that delicious, full flavor you find only in Pabst Blue Ribbon.
So far, you intrigue me. Go on.
In Pabst, you'll find the most tingling, appetizing flavor that ever flowed from a bottle. A smooth, even goodness that makes you say, this really is a great beer. So order it with confidence and serve it with pride.
That's for me. From now on, you can consider me a booster of the Pabst method. We'll go places together.
Ah, great. And no matter where you go, there is no finer beer, no finer blend than Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Right you are, Ken. And now, before we pack our little duffel bags and hie us hence, I'd like to do a little pitching for a very vital cause. You know, many times when I've entertained our soldiers in camp shows and had the privilege of talking with them personally, I've been really impressed by the way they admire and respect the men of the Merchant Marine. Now, our soldiers know that without these men, the weapons for victory could never be delivered to the fighting fronts. And right now, more and more merchant seamen, mates, engineering officers, and seamen with AB ratings are needed to do and carry on this big and important job. So, if you were one of the 200,000 experienced AB seamen now working in shore jobs, send a collect telegram today to Merchant Marine, Washington, D.C., giving your qualifications and stating the job you want to fill. Remember, nothing takes the place of experience at sea. No green hand can fill the job waiting for you. So send that telegram tonight, now, and back up our men by going back to sea.
I know that every qualified man listening will answer that call, Danny.
I hope so. And by the way, to all you listening friends of mine, I send a happy Valentine. May all your days be glad and bright and very merry. Good night.
This program was directed by Dick Mack and was brought to you by the Pabst Brewing Company of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and Peoria, Illinois. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.